Valid negative, Hudson CCW.
Is it in the floor? Oh, shoot. You said you see blood? 110 radio. Come on. Go run back. Get EMS out here. Oh boy. There's a lot of blood. Party looks to be, I might have fell.
On April 19th, 2023, in the quiet city of Hudson, Ohio, 41-year-old Dr. Todd Alan Morgan was supposed to pick up his daughter from school, but he never showed up. His daughter waited, confused, until her mother, Morgan's ex-wife, grew alarmed by his silence. It was completely out of character for him. He hadn't been answering his phone, and no one had heard from him all day. That evening, she called Hudson police and requested a welfare check at his home on Kilban Court.
I was wondering if I'd be able to request a wellness check on someone.
Okay, what's going on?
So my daughter was supposed to be picked up by her father today, and I got a call from the school that she was still at the school, so I ended up picking her up. They tried to contact him. I tried to call him a couple times and haven't received anything back.
And what's his name?
Todd Morgan.
Has he ever done anything like this?
No, I don't think he would forget his daughter from school, but we are going through some custody issues right now, which is why I find it to be a little bit more unusual.
When you call him, does it go straight to voicemail or does it ring?
It rings.
Officers responded promptly. When they entered the house, what they found would spark a homicide investigation.
2015 Ford, black in color to Todd Morgan from that address. Valid negative, Hudson CCW.
Is it in the floor? Oh, shoot. You said you see blood? 110 radio. Come on. Go run back. Get EMS out here. Oh boy. There's a lot of blood. Party looks to be, I might have fell. Oh, go back. Oh wow.
A shocking discovery. Inside the home, officers found Dr. Morgan dead, lying face down near the front entrance of the house. He had been shot 7 times, and a trail of bloody footprints surrounded his body. Shell casings were scattered near him. His room was all messed up, with bottles of alcohol and other drinks found on the nightstand.
I don't see a weapon. That's why I'm thinking something else.
In one of the children's rooms, they found a piggy bank on the floor with money scattered around. And as mentioned earlier, his bedroom was all messed up. They also found condoms on the floor, and nothing was stolen from the house, so investigators knew it wasn't a robbery.
We're gonna have to call the detectives out. Hey, Sarge, are we... Say, it's pretty bad in there.
Okay, so
Yeah, there's shell casings in the house all over, but
okay.
there's no weapon.
Keep the okay.
He's been sitting there for a while. That blood's dried up.
Okay.
Can you tell me
What's that?
it looks weird.
At this moment, only one thing was certain to the police. Dr. Todd Morgan was dead. Dr. Morgan was a father of 2, a husband, and a well-respected professor. He had earned his BBA and MBA from Cleveland State University and a PhD from Kent State University. After years teaching at UMass Lowell and Western Michigan University, he returned to CSU in 2021 to teach business. Students and colleagues described him as kind, generous, brilliant, and humble. His murder stunned the Cleveland State community. Back at the crime scene, an investigation was launched. Investigators were trying to identify the footprints.
Looks like the back door looks like it was kicked from the inside. I have not gone inside the house, So he's laying on his back with a gunshot wound to the head at the back door, and it looks like the door was forced out, as in out to the door. So I'd like for somebody to come out and take a look. There's shell casings all over the place, and just to figure out exactly what's going on.
The door near where Todd was found was broken, and a piece of the door frame was found on the floor. That made it obvious the door had been forced open from the inside. Police noticed footprints there as well. As Todd's Porsche SUV was parked in the driveway and the footprints disappeared there, investigators assumed the suspect had left in their own vehicle. At this point, they wanted to make sure the footprints didn't belong to the first responders.
Unless when Sean walked out, he did it, but he won't open the water.
All right, Lee, just for good measure, bottom of your feet. All right, definitely. Can I see your tread on your shoes? Yeah, definitely not you. Okay. There's footprints all over in the blood, and it looks like boots. So.
I don't think it's Cass's there for treads.
Yeah, nobody. It matches nobody.
Can I see the bottom of your boot real quick, just to see? No. Yeah. Can I see the bottom of your shoe? Please.
I try to tippy-toe around.
Now they were certain that the footprints didn't belong to anyone on the scene. They also confirmed that it wasn't them who had caused the damage to the door.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah, there would piece of this door would be out here somewhere. Oh wait, there it is. It's all the way over here.
Oh, okay, then that definitely wasn't us. Because he did not hit it. He did not pull it that hard.
You would have seen that fly
Yeah.
all the way over here, right?
Yeah.
That paramedic never stepped in.
There's the door piece of the door jambs right here too.
Inside the house, Todd's tablets and laptops were found, but what was missing was his phone. They also found his car keys and wallet. His expensive car hadn't been stolen, so they knew it wasn't a robbery. They also found guns in Todd's residence. All of the firearms were registered to him, and none of them matched the one used in his killing. Now, with this information, police decided to question the neighbors as witnesses to see if anyone had noticed anything unusual or if a vehicle had been parked in Todd's driveway.
I always said there's something off about him. Like, I get really feelings about people when I meet people, and I always said, I don't think there seems to be something strange about him, but I couldn't put your finger on it.
Has he ever mentioned anything odd to you before?
Maybe
Like strange? Ever
he
saying anything
just
strange
seems
to you?
fucking odd. He
Just seems
seems
odd.
weird. He said he worked from home. What the fuck does he do? He drives a Porsche.
That could be some kind of computer on work at home job. I mean, that's pretty
Because
common
he's, like,
nowadays.
fixing up the house the whole time. Where does this guy get his money from? I don't know. Like, what does he do? And he says, oh, he needs to run errands and go to the gym, and so he wants my daughter to babysit. Where's he going?
You ever noticed any depression or anything like that?
He just seems off.
Just seems off.
He seems like fucking off, like fucking weird. Like, I don't know. I get a very off feeling.
One neighbor said she had always felt something was off about Todd. She also mentioned that her daughter used to babysit his daughter. Next, they spoke to the neighbor who lived right next door to Todd, but he claimed he didn't see or hear anything either.
Whatever.
Hi. Hi, are your parents home?
Oh, my grandpa's in the house.
Your grandpa's in the house. Can I speak to him real quick?
Yeah.
Thank you. Have you seen anyone at the house or hear
Haven't
anything?
seen anything, and I'm retired. Recently retired. I'm here all the
You're
time.
here. You haven't heard anything?
Haven't
Seen
heard
anything?
a peep.
Okay. All right.
Is everything all right?
Yeah, we're just.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Todd Morgan. I hope he's okay. He seems like a nice guy. I mean, he's been here a year and a half.
Year and a half.
Kids.
Okay.
Yeah.
The next neighbors police spoke to were a married couple. They claimed they heard what sounded like gunshots coming from Todd's property around 7 a.m., but they weren't sure if they were actually gunshots. They assumed Todd was working on the renovation of his house. They also said they saw a vehicle parked next to Todd's car, one they had never seen before.
I saw somebody come out of the house to the car that was next to the Porsche. They were in the car. I mean, it was there.
The Porsche?
No, it was next to the Porsche.
Okay.
And it was there when I woke up this morning at 5 o'clock. You know, as I walked.
The car was already there.
The car was already there. The person was Yeah, when I woke up.
Okay.
But at 7:15, 7:20, I heard. And then I saw someone come out of the house, go to the car, open up the car, was there for a while, and then took something back into the house, like a package or a box, it looked like.
Okay.
And then came back out, not running, but walking fast.
Quick paced?
Yes.
At what time was that?
It had to be 7:20.
At 7:20.
Yeah, that it all happened within a couple
That
of
was
minutes.
you heard the
two shots. I'm assuming. I don't know. And then I thought someone was banging on something, and then a little pause, and then 4 more.
Okay. You saw? Can you describe that car?
It was a smaller car, light colored, maybe a light blue, light gray. I couldn't get the make of it.
Do you happen to have cameras?
I checked my ring.
You didn't pick it up?
It didn't pick it. It didn't pick it up.
Okay. It was it like a 4-door or 2-door?
I couldn't tell.
Did you see the person that was driving?
No, I didn't. No, I did not.
Okay.
I did not see the person.
Okay.
My wife thinks there was long hair.
Come on.
The husband said he didn't see the person who left in the car, but his wife did.
So then I saw somebody come out of the house with long hair to the shoulders. I couldn't even tell you if it was male or female, to be honest with you. It looked like a smaller frame, not a big person. Got into a little car. I wouldn't say the car was champagne color. He said it was bluish. So there you go for our perspective of what it was. There are cars. Todd, from what I know, he's only been here less than a year. He has 2 children from different mothers. They're coming and going all the time, dropping kids off.
Oh, sure.
And there's always like a Jeep there from somebody he knows. And I don't know if it's one of the mothers or not, but it's a newer Jeep. Okay. This was a car that I'd never seen.
You've never seen that car?
No. And that person came out, like Jean said, grabbed something from the car. I thought it was more like a package. He thought it was like a box. Again, we weren't putting anything in perspective. It's just what we walked as passing by. And then the person took something back into the house and then came back out and then just drove away. And Jean even commented like, well, there couldn't have been anything. They're not in a rush. So.
After speaking with the police, the couple reviewed their doorbell camera and noticed that the car they were talking about was visible, though only barely, in the footage.
10 to 7, the car is there? Okay.
I don't know how to work this thing. But that,
okay, so that's the car.
Yeah. I don't know if you're going to be able to see anything for that or whatever.
Okay. I'll give this back to you. I'll go tell.
Okay. I'm not sure how to.
Yeah.
And then it jumps to 7:30 and it's gone.
And it's gone.
Yeah.
So what time is that? Right.
6:50.
50.
Yeah.
Okay. And then 7, it's gone.
Yeah. Well, the next spot on here is 7:30. So there's a gap.
Okay.
And then it's gone at 7:30.
Okay. Give me 1 second.
Later that day, police informed Todd's ex-girlfriend, the mother of his daughter. They wanted to know if Todd was in any relationships at the time. She later revealed that the reason for their breakup was that Todd had cheated on her with a student.
We found Todd dead today. So.
And any explanation?
We're still in ongoing investigation. We have the detectives looking into it right now.
It's required to do an eye sober device.
What's that?
It's to he'll breathe into it and it reads whether he's had a drink or not.
For the vehicle?
Just any.
Oh wow, anything at all? Okay.
And the last report I got was from yesterday at 7 o'clock in the morning.
You get reports from?
Yeah.
The ISO? No kidding.
Results.
You got a result for that test yesterday?
Yes.
Does it give numbers or just say if it's positive or negative for alcohol?
It does give numbers.
Todd's ex-girlfriend also mentioned that he was suffering from alcohol addiction. She said he used a breathalyzer device that was connected to an app on her phone, allowing her to see the results.
What's this test called again?
Eye sober device. The only other thing I can think of that this was well over a year ago, his ex was dating someone that he said felt threatened by her and him ever having to exchange anything in person. So they would meet.
They would meet at like a police department or a common area.
It's his girlfriend's.
His ex-wife's boyfriend.
His other ex-wife's.
Mm-hmm. January. And at that time, he said he was dating someone.
Okay. But you did confirm or deny that? You don't know at all?
What investigators discovered next would become a key piece of the investigation. Around the same time neighbors reported hearing gunshots, a 911 call was received by dispatchers and was traced to an area near Todd's home. When dispatchers answered, there was no response on the other end, leading them to believe the call may have been made accidentally. When they tracked the number, they discovered the caller was 32-year-old Terriona Pascal. Following this discovery, police went to her residence, but the homeowner refused to let them enter and claimed that Terriona wasn't there.
What are we doing? Was she in trouble? Well, we talk to her. Oh, okay. I definitely let her know.
You tell her to call the Hudson Police Department? Hudson Police Department, Hudson, Ohio.
Okay, I sure will.
What friend she's staying with?
I don't know, man. It's some friend. I mean, she's a friend. You know, look like a little girlfriend. You know, she's a young girl. You know, I'm an older man, and you know, I'm just getting up. My grandkids upstairs in the bed. Y'all think y'all want to walk through my dog's house? Hell no. Ain't no Terriana in here.
Apparently he's saying that she's with one of her girlfriends in Garden Valley.
Yeah, how far is that from here?
That's not far.
They couldn't track Terriana's exact location that night, so they turned to Todd's phone, hoping it would lead them to where she was staying. And that's exactly what happened. By tracking Todd's phone, investigators discovered that Terriona was at her sister's home. They found her silver Ford parked outside without a license plate. She was picked up and brought in for questioning. She was arrested immediately, as it was revealed that she had used the same weapon in another murder case she had been questioned about just days before Todd's killing. Investigators also found Facebook photos of her wearing the same shoes that matched the footprints left at the crime scene. And despite all of this evidence, her DNA was also found at the crime scene.
I'll be back here in about 5 minutes, okay? Okay, you need anything? Are you okay? Okay, I'll be right back.
At first, Terriana denied even knowing Todd and claimed she had never been to his house. She insisted she had nothing to do with the murder and maintained that she had no connection to the scene.
You ever been to Hudson before?
Maybe so. I don't recall.
Okay. What about around
I go to a lot of places.
Okay. Because you can't recall being in Hudson?
No.
Okay. So, your phone, why would it dial 911 on April 19th? In the morning, at April 19th, around 7:22 in the morning.
My phone?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know why my phone would call. I didn't call nobody.
You didn't call 911?
No, I did not.
Okay.
I don't know. Did they say I called? I didn't call.
Yeah, we got your phone number, and we attempted to call back that morning. We could get an answer. So here's what's interesting about these two photos. Right? Okay, these two photos were actually on your phone.
On my phone?
Mm-hmm.
Well, they weren't on my phone.
You actually typed in a search for this guy, and you viewed this image on your phone. You also did a search for 320 West Streetsville Street, and you viewed this image on your phone. Gary, I would give you an opportunity here to talk to us. We need to know what happened.
Okay, and I'm telling you, I don't know what's going on. What do you have? I don't know what's going on.
Terriana was presented with her own phone records, location data, and text messages. The evidence showed that she had connected with Todd through a dating app.
We got a lot of information. We have DNA evidence, we have video, we have phone calls, we have Bumble chat messages. Okay, we have shell casings, we have shoe prints. We've got a lot of stuff that is a lot of good evidence here. Okay, this is your opportunity to talk to us about this. What's that?
I really don't know what you want me to say.
I want to know what happened. We want to know what happened. We have a lot of questions. I want to know what happened.
Through her messages and phone records, it became obvious to investigators that Tariana was engaged in prostitution. They also discovered that Todd had sent her $50 via Cash App on the day of his murder.
So, Todd Morgan sent you $50 in the morning of April 19th. I don't know. Okay, but he did. So, what I want to ask you is, there was another payment. About 23 minutes later, there was a $1,000 payment that was sent from Todd Morgan to Black Beauty. And you confirm that Black Beauty, this Cash App is you. That's you, obviously, in that picture. So he sent you $1,000. Now, we go back to a $50 payment. You say, guys send you random $50 every now and then. Okay, you guys send you random $1,000 payments?
No.
Okay, so
it can happen.
It could happen.
It could happen.
The second transfer was for $1,000, but it was never received because Todd didn't verify the transaction on his phone. That attempted transfer was made at around 7 a.m.
Okay, so the morning of April 19th, here's what we have. We have this Cash App payment, right? I went through for $50. We have another Cash App payment that was 23 minutes later for $1,000. We have this vehicle leaving Todd Morgan's house at around 7:23 in the morning on April 19th. You said that's your car.
Mm-hmm.
Have your phone at 328 West Streetsboro Street on April 19th at 7 in the morning. You actually have your phone at that address after midnight on April 19th, which looks like it was there overnight. It's not possible. Your DNA is inside of that house. Black and Miles are inside of that house. Kind of shipments that are inside of the house that match shoes that you're wearing in Facebook photos.
As you've seen and heard, Tariana never confessed to investigators that she was at Todd's house that night, but clearly they didn't need her to admit it. The evidence was more than enough. At her trial, she eventually agreed to plead guilty to killing him in exchange for life in prison with the possibility of parole after 23 years.
Since his murder, my daughter's life has been irrevocably altered. At just 6 years old, she is at one of the most impressionable stages of her life. She was only 4 when she waited at school for her dad to pick her up, not understanding why he never came. When I arrived, she was confused and desperately wanted to call him, but each call went unanswered. I had to explain to her that her daddy wouldn't be coming back because someone had hurt him. I watched her curl up in my arms, hiding her face as she processed this unimaginable loss. I'm Todd's mom. I always will be. Todd's not here to tell his story. Only God, Todd, and you know the truth of what happened on April 19. All I know, he was brutally murdered by you, and he basically died for nothing. You didn't even know him. Your actions to take my son's life changed my life forever. It's changed all of our lives. Even more so, you took a father from 2 beautiful children. They were his world, and he was theirs.
Yes, to his family, I'm very sorry, and I hope that one day that you can find it in your hearts to forgive me. That's it.
I'm sentencing you to a period of 20 years to life on count 1, aggravated murder and unclassified felony. In addition, that sentence will run consecutive to the 3-year firearm specification, which is attached to that count 1. That firearm specification 3-year sentence must be served first, it must be consecutive, and it is in fact mandatory. This will make you eligible for parole, which there's no guarantee of that, at the earliest at 23 years, but you could serve up to life in prison for this matter. Do you understand all of that, Ms. Paschal?
Yes, Your Honor.